Spurs versus Arsenal, 4th of April 1983. Welcome to White Hart Lane, where a very good-natured bank holiday crowd has come out to see this North London derby. Spurs, who still haven't really recovered since their 5-0 defeat in 1978 to Arsenal. And O'Leary and Roberts, the captain today, not Perman. And the toss, and there's the shelf. The Spurs fans chanting away, chanting abuse. Clemence, this is Clemence. It's his second North London derby. He's had 3 clean sheets before this game. There's Tony Woodcock. Hasn't scored against Spurs yet, and there's the shelf again. Stephen first. How are your thoughts on the game?
Well, I think it's going to be a 5-0 defeat on the side of Spurs. I bet £450,000 on this fact, so I hope I'm right.
I had to interrupt you there because kicked off is Reilly, one of the reserve players. Miller, crowd's favourite. Reilly again, long left to right. Falco challenging, but Davis will play it off. Oh, there's a corner already! A corner already!
So bad!
Woods, who's always shouted abuse it. So a corner, what a great start for Spurs. It's Gibson, little Terry Gibson. He's like a terrier. 4 stumpy legs and a wet nose. So Gibson, right-footed. Brazil, well, wide, really hasn't done well since he's come from Ipswich. Hasn't really clicked yet in the Spurs team. There's the shelf again. Cameron obviously got a friend there, and he's obviously looking for him. So Wood, George Wood. Interference. Gibson. Mabbutt. Woodcock. Oh dear. Well in. Falco. Flicks it back. The ball from Gibson. Brazil controls it well. Good start from Spurs this. And it'll be a throw to Spurs. O'Reilly will take. Gary O'Reilly. He's got a long throw. And a long throw into the area. Can't see what's going on. Gibson, but the ball's gone off. So it'll be a throw to Arsenal. Sorry for the interference you might be hearing, but this is a cheap quality recording. Davis. Over Mabbutt. Now Brazil. Oh dear. Galvin had to come back to collect. And Sampson. Stopped by Roberts. Now Hughton. Couldn't quite carry on, and it's a free kick to Spurs. Now, what can they do with this? Hoddle isn't playing, of course. Roberts has got a fearsome shot, so has Archibald. So what are they going to conjure up? Oh dear, a bit too long, and Hughton won't be able to get that one. And that'll be a throw to Spurs. Mabbutt will take it. Also another man with a long throw, like O'Reilly. A couple of bald heads there. Mabbutt. Long throw into the area. Falco battling and away from O'Leary. O'Reilly does well, but away again from O'Leary. Hughton will let it run. Be a throw for the Spurs. Robert, no. Hughton will take it. The Air International. Falco the flick. Again, but comes off a couple of Arsenal players, and Talbot will bring it away now. Yet to really come into the Spurs half. But here he is. Oh dear, Roberts. Reckless on Woodcock. Absolutely reckless. No intent to play the ball. Wasn't it brilliant? So, Talbot will take it for Arsenal. Some delay in getting the ball. Talbot. He's going to do it, looks around, but he'll leave it. For O'Leary? About 5 minutes gone in this game. Long kick to the edge of the area, but an offside against Woodcock, who's complaining about the decision. Clemence clears left to right. Deft flick there from Falco. Roberts. Falco could only find an Arsenal player. But a very bad ball there from Ricks. Gibson does well, and in the end brought down. Oh. Gibson pushes away the Arsenal player there, Nicholas, who really wasn't 10 yards back. This game very heated from the start. Roberts' intelligent ball, a flick, but Archibald couldn't get to it. Gibson, the referee in the way there. Should be really being wearing a red shirt. Wood capped today. We'll think about the clearance. Waiting for the Arsenal players to move up front. Good kick there, and looked like a push there from Roberts. Oh dear, Falco's foot was a bit high. As we really await the first goal. A lot of action though, a lot of action. Nicholas floats one in, but well, don't know what that's for. And the kick has to be taken again, I think. Clemence will go. Fetch the ball. And strange decision there by the ref. I mean, yes, will be retaken, obviously taken in the wrong place. So Arsenal now have another chance of making some use of the ball. And O'Leary, I think this time will take it. Right footed. Well up again by Reilly. Playing well. Brazil. But taken off. Mistake there. Now a chance, but an offside decision. Wasn't a very good ball though by Reilly. About 7 minutes gone of this game. Spurs 0, Arsenal 0. Sampson, the England international, will take it, but goes straight off, and there'll be a throw to Tottenham, which Gary O'Reilly will take. Looking for assistance. Archibald's come back deep. Good header from Davis. Here's Galvin. Oh dear. Archibald, oh dear, fist in the face of Davis there. But now the ball was brought onto the left-hand side with Hughton. Strong run now. Brazil calling, but a bad ball. That was a very bad ball there from Hughton. Brazil was in a good position. Hughton couldn't find him. But pressure again from Spurs. Mabbutt will take it. Long throw. Oh dear, looked like he was a bit... Comes in, Archibald, and Wood collects comfortably. No foul. So here's Sampson. Chris White. Here's Talbot. Nicholas loses out though to Archibald. O'Leary picks up, moving into the Spurs half. Good ball to Woodcock. Was it Woodcock? Don't know who the number 9 is. Don't really care. White, bad ball to Sampson. Has to check his stride. Charged down by Gibson for an Arsenal throw. So no real chances. I think Brazil had the best chance very early on. Since then the game's died down a bit. There's the shuffle again, Sillin, good voice. They relish these games. So Sampson will take. Propels himself. Reilly clears. Flick from Archibald. Brazil. Knocks it back. Good little move here. Falco couldn't quite find Galvin and all the way back to Wood. So Wood will clear quickly. Game warming up again. Flicked on by Sunderland. Clemence has had many touches, just mainly retrieving the ball. Miller. Long ball again. Hughton will pick it up. Attacking the Arsenal players there. Plays it to Mabbutt. Little flick from Brazil. Another flick from Archibald. Hughton's continued his run. It's there. 1-0. Hughton has scored. And that was an absolutely brilliant goal. What a lovely Spurs move. It was started. It was finished by Chris Hughton. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Arsenal 0. And now for the next 10 or 15 minutes we're going to hand over to Robert Eastham.
Thank you, Michael. What a game we've got here. Hughton, not usually renowned for his goal scoring ability, but I'm sure that when they talk about goals at White Hart Lane, they will talk about that one, and they will talk about Chris Hughton. The ball is laid back to Clemence. The crowd are going wild here. Tottenham 1, Arsenal 0. There was a few critics of Spurs earlier in the week. They said that changing around, losing Hoddle, that their attacking wouldn't really be up to standard. But so far it's been Tottenham that's done all the attacking. And Arsenal again lay the ball back to Chris Woods. It's been the trend of the match so far. George Woods. Wood with the long kick. Woodcock chasing and barged away by Miller. Throw into Arsenal. Woodcock arguing a little there. He's not had an easy deal with Miller. He hasn't got much change out of him. And Miller, of course, never one to stand on.
Back to the free kick.
Right. So it'll be a free kick to Tottenham. Miller to take it.
Just keep away from it.
Clemence. No, something going wrong. It's alright. Brazil with the head. Headed on again, deep into the area. Oh, was Brazil pushed? Well, Falco was appealing for that. And, well, I thought he was pushed. At least it should have been an indirect free kick, surely. But maybe not. They played on, Arsenal come forward. It's a throw-in to, in fact, Arsenal, but that'd be very interesting to see again, Michael Lee.
Yes, I thought that was a push there. There's definitely an infringement.
Infringement, there you are. Ricks again off Perriman. For another throw-in to Arsenal. In fact, it came off Gibson's arm, and it'll be a free kick to Arsenal. Now, can they try and build on this to get an equaliser? Ricks really drove that one in fact, drove it too hard and drove it right over the bar. So, Ricks drives over the bar, and it'll be another goal kick to Tottenham Hotspur. 15 minutes gone so far in this game. It's 1-0. Reilly plays up to Gibson. Gibson, tight on the line, turns well, goes forward, goes deep into the Arsenal half. Archibald's in the middle, and there is Archibald, but so's Falco! And Falco has done it! It's 2-0! And when they talk about goals from Chris Hughton, they'll talk about goals from Mark Falco in the same breath, because that was an absolute cracker, and that's put Tottenham's stamp on the game. Michael Lee, you won't see a better goal than that.
You certainly won't, Robert. What an absolute beauty. I mean, Gibson was so quick, the ball came in, hit it on the meat. And what an absolutely brilliant goal. That's one of the best goals I've seen for a long time at White Hart Lane.
And I do feel for George Wood. He didn't even smell it. But Arsenal, they have to pick themselves up. But how do you pick yourself up from a 2-0? So the ball off into touch, thrown back on by a supporter, and Arsenal with the free kick. Ricks to take it. And really, Michael Lee.
Well, thank you, Robert. Lost the words. Absolutely lost the words. Robson?
Put it away. Now Brazil, what can he do with it? Oh, lovely back heel. That was an absolutely brilliant... Oh, surely a foul there. Play all sorts of effort. Play's been called back. What a lovely back heel from Brazil. That was straight from Brazil. And so, 2-0. About 20 minutes gone by my watch. Probably wrong. So, and the ball back from the crowd. Abby O'Leary, he's really got to pull his men together. They're 2-0 down. And they really are being outclassed. Tiz Anderson hasn't done much today. Oh, a little push, I thought, for Miller. Oh, my word, a mistake again. Now, Woodcock. No, it's Ricks. And away, it'll be a quarter. Arsenal's first quarter of the game. Robert Eason.
Well, I feel that if Arsenal do get a goal, if they do try and force their way back in there are gaps in the Spurs defence. There are gaps in that team where they won't score goals.
I had to interrupt you because I don't know if you saw that. That was an appalling shot from Davis there. Absolutely pathetic. And he spits in disgust. Robert.
Well, I mean, Arsenal have definitely not got their shooting boots on today. In fact, I mean, when they talk about boots, they haven't really got any on.
Wise words from Robert Eason. Clemence looking magnificent in that blue top. Kicks right to left. Forceful header there. And Roberts save. Oh, mistake for Roberts, and there must have been a foul. It's been given. Sunderland protests. Roberts doesn't look happy. Clemence gets the ball. So, 2-0. It's been a good game. And some people being walked out to the ground there by the police just caught my eye. O'Reilly, playing well. Drives the ball in there. Brazil will chase. And Brazil! Oh, it's just over. That was absolutely brilliant from Brazil. What a mind, what a brain. But chipped it over Robert Eason.
Well, Brazil got away there. He got away from the defenders. He saw George Wood come out. He saw and he lobbed. And it just went over the bar, Michael Lee.
So Wood, what an absolute nightmare for him at the moment. Haven't really been his fault, the other two goals. Can't be blamed. Wood. O'Reilly. Throw on. Ricks wants to take it quickly, but there's no one moving. And he leaves it for Kenny Sampson, the England international. To Ricks. Brazil back defending. Davis, long ball in there. Sunderland will chase for all he's worth, but it's Clemence's ball. Hughton now in pastures green. Closed down by Nicholas. Goes round Nicholas. What could he do with it now? Confronted by Talbot. Does well, and was that a foul? I think it was. No, he's given a throw on. No, he has given a free kick. I don't know what Hughton doing there, but it is a free kick. A couple of metres off the touchline. Halfway inside the Arsenal half. Hughton plays it short to Galvin. Back to Hughton. Oh, it's almost a replica of the first goal. They could have it again. It has! Oh my word, I was just saying it was just like the same move with the first goal. And Hughton has got his second. He's got Tottenham's third. And where were the Arsenal defence? Robert Eason.
Number 2 for Hughton, number 3 for Tottenham, and really, the crowd there cheering, and they've got something to cheer about.
But really, Hughton's been making these probing runs all through the game, and no one's picked him up. And Arsenal just do not learn from their mistakes. They're now 3-0 down, and it's still the first half. Woodcock fighting, battling. Oh, he's done well, but away from the Spurs defender. Falco holds it up well, loses out though. Here's O'Leary. And it's a throw-on to Arsenal. 3-0 down. And really the game's all over bar the shouting. Robson. Turn my Woodcock and across the goal. It was Clemence's ball. It had Clemence stamped on the ball. It didn't actually stamp on the ball. The ball had his name stamped on. The ball had his name stamped on it. Always going to be his ball. Now, Gibson playing well. Oh my word, he's flying out the field there. Woodcock. Miller does well. Well played, Paul Miller. Well played, that man, Robert Eason.
Thank you, Michael. And one thing I've noticed is that it's been a tough game. It's been competitive, but it has not certainly been dirty. I mean, there hasn't really been a foul worthy of the name. Free kick though it is to Arsenal, and they'll bring it forward, and they'll bring it forward with Talbot. Talbot with a long ball in and headed into the arms, looped into the arms of Clemence, and they haven't really had a decent chance as Arsenal. And here comes Galvin away again, picks the ball up deep, but gets checked by Talbot, and it'll be a free kick to Tottenham Hotspur just inside the touchline. It'll be Hughton. What a game he's having. Chris Hughton just selected for Era to play Hungary next week, and well, he certainly won't be hungry for goals after this performance. Mabbutt kicks the ball long. Brazil flicks on. And was it Falco dived in there? Brazil managed to get from one edge to the penalty area to another in a matter of seconds. How on earth did he do it? Gibson then to take the corner for Spurs. There's John's ambulance men waiting in anticipation as Gibson puts the ball down, looks up, almost looks like a telescopic rifle. Swerves the ball in. Wood hasn't come. Mabbutt went for it, and it'll be headed off for a Tottenham throw. Linesman there, Arthur Grimsdale. The yellow flag. Oh, and Davis was in there. That bastard. Mabbutt with the long throw. Mabbutt. Back to Hughton. Hughton looks and lobs. And in comes Gibson and O'Reilly. Well, a bit overambitious. Handballed it, and it comes, and it'll be a free kick to Arsenal on the edge of their penalty area. But Michael Lee, it's 3-0 to Tottenham. And really, where do you see this game going?
Well, I mean, Arsenal can't really do much now but attack. Even if they attack, I don't think they can do anything. I think the game's finished, really. And to me, it's just a matter of how many more goals Spurs get. And you're going to interrupt me there? No, you're not. Back to Robert Eason.
Thank you, Michael. And here comes Gibson again down the line. He really does try. He really does battle. And Adam Robinson notes the little foul. He keeps it and he just has a little word over there with Ricks. He doesn't want the game getting out of hand. He just tells him just to lay off the rough stuff. I mean, Gibson is only 5'4" in a man's game. Roberts, tough captain, headers the ball through. Galvin, long legs, knocks the ball on top. Away, cleared by Arsenal. Headed on. Roberts takes his time, lays the ball back inside to Miller. A lot of players may have played it back to the goalkeeper. Not Graham Roberts. Long ball from Miller. Characteristic ball. Headed on. And Brazil turned and shot there. And I think that when it boils down to it, Arsenal's marking was suspect to say the least, because Brazil had time to turn and shoot. And he's just saying to Falco, good ball, I could have scored. Michael Lee.
Scored he should have, I thought. That was a very good chance there for Brazil. It was a long ball for Miller. And I mean, Arsenal just didn't get it away. And, well, they're all at sea, really, aren't they?
All at sea. Here's Sampson, who's got his tough England game this week against Czechoslovakia. I'm sure Ron Greenwood will think that, well, he doesn't like to see his players involved in 3-0 defeats at half-time, certainly. But Bobby Robson, who will take over from Ron Greenwood in 2 years' time, is in the crowd today. And I wonder what he thinks. He's joined me here, live on Radio 2. Bobby Robson, what do you think about this Spurs performance, especially with the missing Glenn Hoddle?
Well, they're playing very well. I can't do a Bobby Robson voice. I'm not going to bother. I'm sticking with my normal voice. I'm going to use Bobby Robson. Bobby Robson isn't here at all. Well, into the side netting. My word. Bobby Robson is not here at all. It's Michael Lee. And that was Brazil's third good chance. Thought he should have squared it, Robert.
squared it. It was a round ball. It was never going to be squared. But Arsenal will get away with it again, and George Wood is looking very, very uneasy. Very uneasy. But we do have a good old character in the crowd today. He's just joined us. It wasn't Bobby Robson. It was, in fact, Jimmy Greaves, an old favourite here at Tottenham. I'm sure he'd have loved playing in this game. And, oh, my word, off the ball. I will just interrupt. Roberts claps at that challenge.
And he knows it was a dirty challenge. And Roberts likes that in the player. So Roberts puts the turf back, plays it back to Clemence. 3-0. We're approaching half-time. Clemence goes right to left. Deep inside the Arsenal half, a mistake from Davis. Falco couldn't really control it. Oh my word, that was diabolical. That was absolutely disgusting. Well, the game now, tempers fraying, especially Arsenal's. They are 3 down. Hughton again, no one really picking him up still. Archibald deep. What can he do with it? Good little flick through, but Hughton didn't really read it. And it has to be cleared away. Oh my word! And flat out, absolutely flat out. Roberts obviously thought he was a step ladder there. So, Robson emerges from behind the stand, just inside the Arsenal half. Gets the ball back. Plays a good little touch from Talbot, but Miller read it first. Good flick on again from Arsenal, and oh, they looked for the offside, and in fact it was offside. Funny game really, you get moments of high excitement and moments of extreme boredom. Robert Eason.
I think it's a credit to Tottenham how they've pulled themselves out of a bad week. Earlier in the week we had newspaper reports of them being in trouble in a hotel in Jersey with Roberts and Hoddle the main culprits, but they've come back and they're winning 3-0, and all they've left in Jersey is more work for Jim Bergerac. Michael Lee.
Yeah, I was about to say that Spurs are unbeaten in the last 3 games. They beat Aston Villa 2-0 last week, and Batman Falco scored both of them. Well, he scored one already today. And now here comes Spurs again with O'Reilly. Bad ball though, too deep. The ball curves, falls nicely for Arsenal really. Hughton again. Archibald, but offside again. Now, Talbot, probably the best Arsenal player on the pitch at the moment. Oh my word, oh, and he has to, oh my word, what a load of rubbish, really. Dear me, this really is quite an appalling game at moments. And, oh dear, and it's no, he's going to it to Arsenal. But it just came off Woodcock's bootlace at the end there. Now, Ricks plays it wide. Woodcock, oh, and well in from Graham Roberts. That was good. There's someone clapping in the corner. See Graham Roberts' dad there or something. Number 7, Talbot. Can't see him. Here he is. Long throw again to a Spurs man though, but it falls again to Talbot. No, it doesn't. Offside. And really, Arsenal haven't really put one good move together.
Well, they haven't. They're 3-0 down, but I know they'll be in good spirits, especially George Wood. Quite a comedian on the quiet, George Wood. He will keep the spirits high in the Arsenal camp. In fact, I was there before the game, just before they entered the changing room, and George Wood said to me, Robert, why is it called NASA? I said, I don't know. He said, because it stands for we need another 7 astronauts. And I'm sure he'll be telling jokes after the game. But he won't be telling jokes now, because Arsenal have given away a free kick. They haven't given away a free kick. Alan Robertson waves play on, and Michael Lee carry on commentary.
Yeah, I apologise for that joke, because, as you know, this game was the 4th of April 1983, and that joke, that topical joke, comes from 1986, so it is sort of back to the future there. Now, Falco. Oh, well played, Mark Falco. Well played, that man. Gets the ball over to Brazil. What's he going to do with it? He tries one. Blocked. Archibald can't get it. Gibson. Oh, and it's gone over the bar. What a fine shot. And Wood did well. And that shot from Gibson was an absolute rasper. Absolute rasper. Robert Eason.
Well, we're known for originality here on Radio 2. And I'm going to try and attempt to do something that hasn't been done before. I'm going to try and attempt to commentate on a game which I'm not looking at. It's very interesting, and we'll see how it comes out. It's a corner to Tottenham, I know that much. It's a corner to Tottenham. A Tottenham player will take it. He'll be in a white shirt, he runs up, he steps up, he kicks it. The ball headed away.
Well, it's all about this. I think there's technical difficulty here in the Radio 2 sports room. Wood cap today. And really, Arsenal are 3-0 down. So Wood again. He's taken a few ground kicks today. 8 by my watch. Ball runs off down to play. Spurs throw. Hughton.
Hughton had a brilliant game today so far. He scored 2 brilliant goals. The first goal he didn't hit true, if truth be told.
Clemence, another deep kick. He's got his kicking just right today. Gibson, playing a bit deeper. Ball. Good ball there to Falco. That's not Falco's Galvin. Oh my word. Falls over. Retrieved by Gibson now on the left hand side. He's absolutely everywhere today, isn't he, Terry Gibson? Plays it across the pitch to Miller. Miller drills one through. Good control. Oh, this is a good move. Gibson to Galvin. Can he keep it on? He can. And it's be a Spurs throw. Spurs again mount another attack. It's been all Spurs. And it's 3-0. Mabbutt again. Another long throw. And he'll propel himself into that. Good throw. Oh, I thought a bit of climbing there. And Talbot's away. Sunderland. No, I think there's a foul there. And Talbot is still down on the ground. Falco was late with the challenge. Wood goes over to say hello. And Fred Street will be called on by Arsenal. No, he won't. And Falco, in fact, is being booked. Falco being booked for the late challenge. I think that decision was right. There hadn't been a booking yet in this game. It was good to take someone's name. Keep the game, you know, flowing. Don't you think there, Robert? That booking was just.
Well, the game is certainly flowing. If Mark Falco doesn't wipe his nose, that's something else that's going to be flowing.
Killing it. And it's half time. And there's Gary Brook there. Some of the Spurs players who weren't picked today. But the half-time score is Tottenham Hotspur 3, Arsenal 0. Hughton has 2 and Falco has 1. Welcome to the second half here at White Hart Lane. There you are. Tottenham 3, Arsenal 0. As far as I can see, no substitution changes. But anyway, it's Arsenal who kick off, and immediately they have a throw. Obviously, Arsenal had a lot to do. Wonder what Terry Neill said to them at half-time. He must have put on, well, apart from having a right go at them, he must have said attack. Arsenal, or you're gonna go back. Thank you very much. Thank you for the poetry there. So, if that man will sit down for me, thank you very much. We can see Arsenal's throw. Here's Woodcock turns, and that really is the first half shot, I suppose, that Clemence has had to save all day. And he went straight to him, but here's Reilly. He's taking a good claim here to stay in the Tottenham side. He's had a faultless first half, and we'll be interested to see what he can do in the second. And people still coming back from their half-time drinks, as you can see. But we're more interested in what's going on the pitch, aren't we? And here's Sampson now. Sense more of urgency here from Arsenal, but is that number 12 I see before me? Is that that might have been a substitute. I don't know who he is. So if he ever does get the ball, I just won't mention him. O'Reilly will take it. Strong figure of O'Reilly. A long kick up the field, and Brazil after it. That'll be a throw to Tottenham. So Tottenham again pressing like they were in the first half. And O'Reilly will take it again. He's been taking their throws, he's been taking their free kicks. And here's Brazil. What can he do with it now? He's crowded back by 3 players. He does well to find O'Reilly. O'Reilly, oh, he went past the first Arsenal man, but slipped. But Archibald's in there. And here's Gibson, chips one over. Oh, that was off the ball there. That was disgusting. That was off the ball, and I think that was Stuart Robson. Reckless on Gibson. And the referee, Adam Robinson, will take Robson's name. The Spurs now have a free kick. What can they do with it? Roberts will take it, swings one in, and headed away by an Arsenal man. Miller gets there first. Oh my word, another foul off the ball. But play on, the ref plays a good advantage. Here's Gibson. Can he take on his man? He can't, but he gets the corner. And again, once again, getting a bit dirty, getting a bit nasty, getting a bit niggly. But Spurs now looking for... Oh my word, a bit of cigar smoke in my face there. And Gibson will take the throw. I mean, not the throw, the corner. It's very, very difficult to see with people going up and they're leaving already. A long corner there, and hey, and over the back of O'Reilly. O'Leary, sorry. O'Leary, O'Reilly. What's the difference? Chris Woods, what a disastrous afternoon he's had so far. And Chris Woods there talking to his Arsenal team, telling them, come on lads, it's going to move on. Let's get another goal. I say another, I mean one goal. And slight delay here while he gets the ball. And he's got it now. And it's a free kick. Then he gets it back from O'Leary. And O'Leary takes it back. Looking around again, long kick. They really are. Both teams, I think, feel are bypassing the midfield today. Probably Spurs have got more claim because Hoddle isn't playing, but Arsenal we're not using their midfield effectively. And their passing isn't very effective either. As we just saw from that last ball. And Archibald being told to move upfield. Archibald playing quite deep today. And Clemence now has the ball back. And a long kick again from Clemence. Brazil's under it, does well, knocks it down, but an offside decision there. The ball back to Woods. The game a bit messy at the moment. Neither team is really settled. We had that shot from Ricks very, very early on. And oh, that's a fine ball. Now, what can Ricks do with it now? He crosses one in. Oh, they've all missed it. And away, it was Falco back there. Falco, the forward, who had to come back. But that was the first real shaky moment in the Tottenham defence. And that should give Arsenal heart. Here's Talbot now. A sense of urgency in the Arsenal team now. They can sense they might be able to get a goal. And, oh, marvellous bit of camera work there. And Roberts applauds it. And, no, it's a throw to Tottenham. No, it's it's a free kick. It's a free kick to Tottenham. Taken by Roberts. To drill this one up the field there. And that's a strong kick. Falco's up there, flicks it on. Gibson tried to play a first time ball. Archibald does well. And that was Mabbutt. A long kick there. And Brazil will chase. Brazil, what can he do with it? He's got 2 men round him and he's lost down in the end. And it goes back to Woods, but another sharp break there from Brazil, and a sharp break from Tottenham. Wood, long kick. Briggs can't get it there. No, that number 12, I don't know who he is, I'm sorry. Just going to check my program, which is upstairs in my bedroom, but I can't be bothered. And, well anyway, it's not really important. The important thing here at White Hart Lane is that Spurs are 3-0 up, and Spurs at the moment are thrashing their North London rivals Arsenal. That's the important thing. And the important thing at the moment is Mabbutt's throw, and it's a long throw, and it's cleared anyway. Archibald can't get it. And Arsenal pick it up. That's a good ball across, but O'Reilly's there. Brazil knocks it on. And it's a free kick to Tottenham. We apologise for the poor camera work, which has certainly messed me up. Roberts. And it's Archibald tries one. And straight to George Wood in that Arsenal goal. Defending the Park Lane side. Behind him is his ardent Arsenal supporters. And there's a few heads there. Ricks does well, but I don't know what that was for. What was it, a free kick? Infringement of some sort? And, well, that wasn't sporting, was it? He just threw the ball away. Just not called for, is it? Professional football. Ricks. Quite disgusting, really. Miller will take it. Miller needs a haircut. But at the moment, his urgent thing is to get that ball into the area. And they've all been losing, and Falco's there! Can you believe that? They all stood and watched. George Wood left it for the defenders left it for George Wood, but in the end they just left it for Mark Falco. And Mark Falco put it in, and that is 4-0. Falco's second, Tottenham's fourth. And that really does sum up Arsenal this afternoon. Where was the defence? That was quite appalling. And the ironic thing that is it all stemmed, really, from that free kick when Ricks threw the ball away, and Falco now has got his second goal. And that now is definite all over. No way will Arsenal come back from 4-0 down. And that was quite incredible. I've never seen Arsenal play so badly in my life. George Wood, dear me, it's hard to tell whose fault it is. There's obviously no calling whatsoever. They thought it should be George Wood's ball. That's the defenders, that is. George Wood thought it was the defender's ball. And Mark Falco said, thank you very much. I think I'll score my second goal of the game. And score he did. And the ball now in the hands of George Wood, who's now been barracked by the Tottenham crowd. So now, it's just a matter, really, of how many goals Tottenham can score. And whether Arsenal can get a consolation goal. Nicholas, good flick there from Davis, and the ball didn't bounce kindly there for Sunderland. And it will be an Arsenal... I think it's a throw. It'll be an Arsenal throw, taken by Ricks, the captain. Drops back to Ricks now. He do have to swing one in, but it's... Oh, the ball goes across. Couldn't really see it there. And it's away anyway by Tottenham. And number 6, that is... Number 6. It doesn't really matter anyway. Tottenham have got the ball. And Gibson kicks there. Is it Tommy Kaysen? I think it might be Tommy Kaysen. No, he's playing for them in 1983. Anyway, it might be Tommy Kaysen. Oh, that's a bit of Archibald there. Mabbutt. O'Reilly. Gibson. Nice bit of passing there from the Tottenham team. That was nice. That was pretty. And Ricks is having his name taken for, he must have said something. I think he kicked the ball away as well. And that's really as justice. And it's funny enough, it's in the same place as when Miller took that free kick, which set up Tottenham's 4th goal. Will they try it again? This time it's O'Reilly who's going to take the long kick. It's in the same part of the area, but this time the defenders go for it. They didn't leave it for George Wood anymore. Ironically, they went for it this time, but they didn't go for it when Falco scored Tottenham's 4th. What a remarkable little situation that was. O'Reilly now moving forward. It just shows, really, when you're 4-0 up, the confidence that's in the team. You had Hughton moving forward in the first half. And he's now been picked up by the Arsenal defenders. Now you've got O'Reilly moving up. But at the moment it's Falco. Oh my word, that was diabolical again. A dirty foul there from Robson. I think Robson should be booked. And the Spurs crowd didn't like that at all. Especially that man with the glasses. He's peering over there. He didn't like that whatsoever. And another cigar smoke again. Oh, he's enjoying his afternoon out here at White Hart Lane. Gibson will take it. It's literally on the corner. On the corner quadrant. Good word there. And an outswinger. And Brazil might be able to get there, but it's away. Head into the shelf where the Tottenham fans stand. Mabbutt will take it. You're looking for number 5 now. And the substitute, I still can't get who that sub is. The faintest idea. But anyway, Mabbutt again with one of his long throws. And the camera actually picks it up this time. And away, and Archibald's in there. But away from an Arsenal. Now, there could be a chance of a break here. But Roberts was under it. Hughton does well. And it's a throw to Arsenal. Tottenham 4, Arsenal 0. Taken by Nicholas. That's piece of it. Nicholas. In fact, that number 12, it's not Charlie Nicholas, is it? I'm not too sure. Let's have a look then, shall we? And that's over, but it's offside, doesn't really matter. I can't work out who their team is. But the important thing is, as I said, is that Tottenham are thrashing Arsenal. And that's all that matters to me. Not being biased or anything. Clemence, Miller, Clemence. Clears left with his left foot there. Flicked on from Falco. Here's Brazil. He's done a lot of holding up. He can hold the ball up so well, Brazil. And he held it up and then he found Gibson. Now, Gibson trying to take on his Arsenal man. So it wasn't Gibson, it was Hughton. And now here's Reilly moving forward now. He wants to get in on the act. He wants a goal as well. I think they all want a goal. Good turn there for Falco, and it's blocked there. And Gibson does well again. Play on, says the referee. And here's Galvin. Trying to go past this man. He tries one and it's tipped over the bar. That was going in. George Wood had to be at full stretch there. And what a fine shot from Galvin. And Galvin will take the corner. And it really is all Spurs. Tottenham Hotspur really getting revenge from that 5-0 drubbing they got in 1978 at White Hart Lane from Arsenal. And probably they'll be looking to get 5. Yeah, maybe 6 even to emulate it. That score from 12 years ago. Wood rolls it out to Sampson. Sampson will just flick it back to Wood. George Wood without his cap this half because of the sun, and probably he's feeling like putting it back on and just putting it over his face so he doesn't see what's going on. But he certainly didn't see what was going on with that 4th goal. He didn't come out to collect, and that's whacked into the stand there from Paul Miller. Trademark of Paul Miller, the ability to smack the ball into the crowd. Sampson, Davis. Crosses one in there, and no one really was in there, and a shot, but that's well wide. And really Arsenal quite appalling today. I'm going to sit down if you don't mind. That's better. I can commentate now from the comfort of my armchair. So, Clemence will take it. And it finds an Arsenal head. And the Arsenal head finds another Arsenal head. But away from Reilly. Really wasn't up and under. And that'll be a Tottenham throw now. Looking for goal number 5. And I think they're going to get it soon. Hughton. Brazil. Does well. Finds Hughton again. Hughton turns inside. Here's Archibald playing in midfield this afternoon. Harris by an Arsenal defender. Finds Miller. Miller again along. That wasn't a very good clearance. But Gibson was so nearly in there. So nearly beat Ricks to that ball. But Ricks was impeded. And it's a free kick to Arsenal. And they're 4-0 down. Ricks, long kick there. Good flick on. And now he's through. There must be a chance. Oh, that was quite appalling. That was such a good chance for Sunderland. He tore the defence asunder. And he went through with Clemence. I don't know what he was trying to do. He was obviously trying to place it inside that right-hand post as we look. But it was more sort of a cross shot, hoping that someone would run in. But really, he should have taken on Clemence and made it 4-1. But yet, it remains Tottenham 4, Arsenal 0. So that probably was the best chance Arsenal have had all game. It's taken them about 60 minutes to get there. And O'Leary, the captain. Long kick again. Miller, easy meet there for Miller. Gibson trying to turn, he turns now. He finds Mabbutt, who finds Archibald, who in turn finds Hughton. Now Hughton. Same sort of run as he did in the first half, which was so effective and really did rip Arsenal apart. And he's got past 2 of them! And he's got past 3! Well, that's brilliant, and a flick from Gibson. What can Falco do with it? And in the end, it's in the hands of Wood. But what a fine move from Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Hughton went round countless players. He managed to find Gibson. Gibson, a lovely chip over the Arsenal defenders. And Falco just couldn't manage to get it. And, so about all that. And, back with the play.
You haven't missed anything. All we've done is missed the flow on.
So don't worry, you can sit back and relax, and in the knowledge and the safe knowledge that you've missed absolutely nothing at all. Kenny Sampson. And it's a free kick. Archibald there. Nudged Davis in the back. Just nudged him to say, hello, Paul Davis, I'm behind you. But he did it too hard, and Alan Robinson, I think it is given the free kick. And he's telling those Spurs players, just get back 10 yards, go on, get back. And then they do, but they just creep forward even more. Ricks floats one in, but no one was there again. And Sampson plays it up and under, and Archibald, and free kick to Arsenal. Arsenal now pressing, looking for this goal. They're 4-0 down now. Just trying to obviously just save their face. You know, a bit of pride really in it now for Arsenal. It's not nice losing 4-0 to any team, but it's not nice to lose your biggest rivals 4-0. It's even worse. Now, can he turn his man? He has, but it was offside. And they ask for the ball back. They get it back. And Roberts will knock it back to Ray Clemence, who had those so many good years at Liverpool, served them so well, and now he's serving Tottenham Hotspur so well. And he served them there with a long goal kick, and Mabbutt can't cut it out. He's chasing his man. Won't leave him alone, but here's Sampson there, nearly miscontrolled it, but he skipped past Gibson. That's a fine, oh no, he's been cut out there, but he's lost it again. And now away come Arsenal with Talbot. Plays it wide there. What can this man do with it? He's lost out to Hughton. And Hughton does well. Finds Roberts, and that was fine defensive work from Tottenham. And you see for the crowd, they enjoyed that. They enjoyed that immensely. And Roberts just touches it to Clemence. Clemence once again will take another goal kick. You can see there, Tottenham don't usually play this long goal kick, but as Hoddle isn't there, and even Perman isn't there, they're just having to sort of bypass the midfield. They've got no real playmakers in the midfield today. But let's face it, it's worked for them, hasn't it? And you had to wonder that what was the score be if Glenn Hoddle was playing. It might have been even more. Free kick to Tottenham. So it will be taken by Roberts, deputising as captain today, this afternoon. Looking for Brazil. And did it go off? No, it hasn't. Brazil's done well. Oh, that's lovely play from Brazil. And he knocks it back. Oh my word, but a mistake there from O'Reilly. Oh, Miller! Ole there, little flick there, and O'Reilly there. He's got 2 men round him, and there's a bit of pushing there, wasn't there? No. Yes, there was, and it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. And Nicholas will take it, takes it very quickly, too quickly really. O'Reilly cut it out, but here's Ricks. Plays it back, and that was, oh, he's kept it in, has he? No, he hasn't. Not the best of return passes there from Sunderland. And it will be a Spurs throw on. And there's some more heads there for your enjoyment. O'Reilly will take it. Finds Falco, who finds Brazil. Brazil does well. Looking for Galvin, but it's not back to George Woods in the Arsenal goal. And he in turn rolls it out to O'Leary, who has to knock it back to George Woods because he miscontrolled it there. Wood again, long kick. Only finds O'Reilly. And now, oh, Brazil, a mistake there for the Brazil is through, and that is 5-0. Hey, 5-0 to Tottenham. And once again, you've got to question the Arsenal defence. A mistake there. I think it was from O'Leary. I'm not too sure. It doesn't really matter. Arsenal play as a team. But anyway, it was a defensive mistake. Brazil said thank you very much. He ran on and just casually knocked it past George Wood in the Arsenal goal. It's 5-0. Spurs now have erased that memory of that 5-0 drubbing they had in 1978, because they've done exactly the same now. They've got their revenge, and my word, it's sweet revenge. And Brazil, who's played, I think, well today, he's had a few chances, but he's done so well in the general hold-up of the ball, knocking it back to the midfield. He deserved that goal. He's got that goal. And Spurs have got their 5th goal of the game. It's Tottenham 5, Arsenal 0.
Oh dear. So, 5-0. There's a throw to Arsenal, and look at the crowd. They're absolutely loving it. Oh, it's so marvellous to see. And now the crowd, I don't know if you can hear them, I can't hear them, but what they're saying there, they're shouting for 6. They want 6 goals, which would be going one better than that 5-0 drubbing they had 5 years ago. They can say to their Arsenal fans, look, you beat us 5-0. We'd be, oh my word! And Clemence there wasn't really paying attention. I think he was talking to someone or something there. Anyway, it's gone for a corner. As I was saying, it would be so nice for the sort of Tottenham people to walk around saying to their Arsenal fans, we got 6-0. We beat you 6-0. You beat us 5. And that's why they're looking for that next goal. But it's Arsenal who are looking for a goal at the moment. Ricks drives one in across the goal and no one could get there. Spurs there, especially Clemence, wasn't really concentrating there when he gave away the corner. Too busy thinking about the euphoria of being 5-0 up. A little smile there from Clemence. Clemence plays it across his area to Hughton, and Hughton starts one of those runs again. Finds Galvin. Galvin's fouled. It'll be a free kick to Tottenham. And I think Hughton will leave it for Roberts, the captain. Marshalled his team so well today. A long kick again. They're just looking for those Arsenal defensive mistakes now, really. And as you can see on the touchline, that is David O'Leary is being treated by Fred Street. Dave O'Leary is in trouble. And it looks... And there's a few St John's ambulance men around him. A few policemen around him. And that looks quite serious. Quite serious indeed. Especially with the Republic of Ireland International coming up. That could be trouble for Iron Hand, the air manager. And O'Reilly miscontrols it there. And Davis will take it away. A long kick there. And Woodcock, and away there for Miller. We'll keep you in touch with that O'Leary news. He's still being treated. Ricks now. The important bit is on the field at the moment. Arsenal looking for that goal. Lobs one in, but that's easy meat for Clemence. And Clemence straight away a long throw out there. He finds Hughton. Here comes Tottenham. Arsenal now calls down to 10 men. Hughton pulls the ball. That was a poor ball though. Falco went too early. And now here come Arsenal, but that's cut out from Roberts. And Roberts' header finds Galvin now. The long leg to Galvin goes striding down that line. He knocks it to Falco. Falco checks, turns inside, knocks it back to Archibald. Archibald inside to Mabbutt. Mabbutt loses out. No, he's found Falco. And now Falco's found on O'Reilly. This is a good move here from Tottenham. O'Reilly to Falco. Knocks it back to Archibald in midfield. Halfway inside the Arsenal half. Archibald stops, checks, plays the ball with the outstep of his foot, looking for O'Reilly. Gibson keeps it in. But I think there was a free kick there anyway. And what's he given here? Wood doesn't look happy.
And yes, he's given a corner to Tottenham. And there's the shelf. My word, they'll be celebrating tonight. There'll be some car slamming in White Hart Lane tonight. They'll be dancing in the streets. But at the moment, it's Gibson. Drills a ball in there, looking for Reilly. And oh my word, Falco nearly got in there. And it was cleared. But I think it was a free kick. Yes, there was an offside there. An offside decision. And here is George Wood. Plays it down there, and that reaches the edge of the Tottenham penalty area. And away there from Hughton. It's an up and under. It's an Arsenal man who's under it. And I thought it was a stoppage for a while, and there is, because the man on the far side was offside. Tottenham Hotspur 5, Arsenal 0. That is the score at this very moment in time. And Spurs looking for 6. They haven't got long to go till the final whistle. So there's a bit of sense of urgency. They'd love to get 6. And David O'Leary isn't in that position anymore. And I assume he's been taken off. Yes, I've just been given a message in my ear. Message has come out my ear. That David O'Leary has gone off with damaged ligaments somewhere in his body, wherever ligaments are. I mean, I never did biology, but anyway, he's got damaged ligaments. And anyway, here's Clemence. Another long kick again. Looking for Galvin. And here is Galvin. No, here's Brazil. Brazil goes down. No appeal for anything, though. Now, what can Arsenal do with this attack? He's crowded out by 2 men. He knocks it back, and that was... Woodcock just gets there, and that's a good tackle for Miller. And Archibald's in there. Play on now. Arsenal pressing. Davis. A long ball out to Sunderland, but I think Sunderland was offside. Sunderland picks the ball up and brings it back. It's a nice gesture from Alan Sunderland. And he even puts it down on the ground for him. That was nice. Yes. Miller. Paul Miller. Back to Clemence. Spurs know they've got their points. Spurs know now they've got a goal difference from this game of +5. And they know that they've beaten their North London rivals Arsenal. And Arsenal know that they're going to be shouted at when they get back to that dressing room. Because let's face it, they've been absolutely terrible. And I'm sure Terry Neill will have them in tomorrow, even though it's a Sunday. I'll probably show them this video. I doubt he'll show them in my commentary though, because my commentary is slightly biased. But he'll definitely show them this video and say to them, come on lads, what on earth went wrong? But here's Sampson, and a player went down there. But Ricks loses it out, and he's pulled back Mabbutt. Ricks better be careful, he's on a booking. And Spurs tried a quick free kick, but it's been called back by the referee. The referee wasn't happy with it. And O'Reilly will take it. The same position where that 4th goal came from. It was a long kick into the area. This one doesn't quite reach the area. It's away from an Arsenal defender. Not a very good clearance. Finds Archibald. Archibald to Gibson. A long ball in there. And it's a chance here for Archibald. Cuts inside. Oh my word. And a chance. Brazil. Oh, it was off the line. It was off the line. Falco. Archibald had a chance there. It came to Brazil. He took his time. He did everything right. But there was an Arsenal defender on the line. I think it was Kenny Sampson. And he headed it off the line. That could have been number 6. So close, but yet so far. And it's a corner, beg my pardon. It's a corner to Tottenham. And it will be taken by Terry Gibson, the smallest man on this pitch. Gibson will take it with his right foot into the area, looking for O'Reilly, finds him. Clear from Arsenal. Ricks, a long kick away, finds Sunderland. Here's Ricks again now. Arsenal looking for a consolation goal, but well cut out from Paul Miller. And now here goes Roberts on one of those famous long runs. He still goes. He goes on. What a marvellous run from Graham Roberts. And he gets the free kick as well. Well, that was marvellous. It's the first one he's done all game, but it was effective, and it was warmly received from the Tottenham crowd. Brazil, what a fine ball! Galvin crosses the ball in, and Mabbutt couldn't quite get it. What a marvellous game this has been. Hasn't been a dull moment. And now Brazil, but Wood will get there. Well, you think this game is 90 minutes long. I'd say that altogether there's been 10 minutes of boredom. 80 minutes of it have been absolutely thrilling stuff. It's been a joy to watch. It's been a joy to commentate to. And I think it's a joy for everyone involved, apart obviously from the Arsenal contingent over there in the Park Lane end of the ground. And is that a throw or corner? I put my money on the throw. And I'm right. Looking for Davis. Clear for Galvin. Oh, he went round that pair like a snake. He just sort of, you know, curled round them there. And now away comes Tottenham with Archibald. But that is the end of the game. What a win for Tottenham. There's the final score. It's on.